Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to take a look at this final form Frieza right here. Now, this is actually one of the very first units in Dokkan history, and like one of the first like major banner units as well, this final form Frieza right here. I mean, this is obviously the iconic pose, you know, Frieza takes right before, I believe this is right after he powers up to 50% power, right? He's like, all right, Goku, you know, you're pretty tough, so I'll just go 50% and just, like, curb stomp your ass. And this is sort of the pose Frieza takes when he does that, right? Again, this is one of the initial units in the game's history. If we go over here and take a look, you'll see February 28th of 2015. So, literally, like a month after the game came out, this Final Form Frieza came out. Now, this guy has been removed from banners. He's gone. It's crazy. It's like 30% attack start of turn, supreme damage. You look at his link set. Like, I feel like this guy, I obviously was not back. I was not on Dokkan, you know, at the start of 2015. But I imagine this Frieza was ridiculously powerful when he first dropped. I feel like compared to some of these other characters we might look at in this sort of series of, like, you know, unavailable characters, we're going to look at Link level 10. This Frieza might look like one of the better ones. Now, one reason I think this Frieza was completely removed from the pool is this is an SSR. This guy's not a TUR, right? But he has a Dokkan Awakening when the Resurrection F stuff happened, and he awakens again into an SSR. He awakens from an SSR into an SSR right here, right? There's 500, like, they had, like, every Frieza in the game basically at that point, like, Dokkan Awakened into, like, the same one that does slightly different stuff. But I assume this is the reason why, because I think when this Frieza got a Dokkan Awakening into this Frieza, there might not even have been TURs at the point, right? Level 120 characters. I think the first one was Broly. I think the Dokkan Fest Broly was the first one. I think, like, you know, In Cell and Tech Cell followed up right after that. But that was, you know, that was at the end of 2015, right? That wasn't like... Here, let me actually, just quickly before we jump in, I want to see what the SCR Broly's initial release date is on JP. Yeah, September. Way later, right? So, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to be looking here on the, you know, the Transformation Boost sort of slash, whatchamacallit team. Transformation Boost slash Terrifying Conquer. I mean, one good thing about this Frieza is just, like, he's on 500 teams. I really do like these characters who just end up being on a billion teams. I feel like that's going to be very, very useful in potentially, like, carving out a spot for this character to actually contribute, right? So we have him linked up here with Metal Cooler. Frieza's link set: Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Strongest Clan in Space, and then Nightmare. So we are going to have, you know, several units capable of sort of linking up well with this Frieza. Let's go ahead and put Second Form Cell first, because I want to keep him on rotation. Well, sort of the 50% Cell. Wow, yeah, 80k defense. That's definitely better than some other units we've seen. So let's have Frieza super attack right here, and let's see what he can get up to. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be a good attack stat, but if he gets above 1,000,000, I will be pleasantly pleased. He does not have big bad bosses. 9.9, so we are going to, I think, get him above 1,000,000 in this video. But this Frieza, I believe he should have been out before Big Bad Bosses was even a thing, I imagine. I'd have to go back and double check. I don't know if Big Bad Bosses was like an initial day one link or if it was something that was added in later. But I think it's very possible that Big Bad Bosses is not like an actual like day one link that was in Dokkan, right? Because that's one thing about prepared, like there's a lot of like Saiyans from like the very beginning of the game who do not have Prepared for Battle. It's because Prepared for Battle wasn't even a thing yet, right? That's why I think like that STR Dokkan Fest Broly, the one we just looked at a little while ago, that was before Prepared for Battle even came out, and I think that's why that Broly does not have Prepared for Battle, right? And I could assume that Big Bad Bosses could be a very, very similar thing for this Tech Final Form Frieza right here, right? Again, this Tech Final Form Frieza who has since been removed from banners. You cannot get this Frieza anymore. Alright, so we have Frieza here with GT Frieza. The reason we're doing this is because they share the entire, like, Frieza has his entire link set, and this guy is a support. So I assume this will be Frieza's best rotation right here in terms of damage. We're going to break a... Honestly, like, we're going to break a 1 million attack stat, which, again, is not really that impressive. But this guy was out within 1 month of the game's release, right? It just goes to show, like, the link level update and the effect it has, and characters that have good link sets, right? Like, you know, this Frieza, like, how impressive they can look depending upon the situation. So, not bad, depending upon what attack set this Frieza can get up to. Again, I would consider 2 million average. So, like, if this guy maxes out at, you know, 1.26, that is actually a bad attack stat. But if you consider that this guy is well over 6 years old at this point, right? I would consider that pretty solid for this guy, that he's able to get that high. And then, again, he's on several fairly competent teams, right? You know, he's on Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conquerors, right? Inhuman Deeds one day is going to be good when it gets a real leader skill unit, right? Space Traveling Warriors, Gifted Warriors, Planetary Destruction. Like, this Frieza, you know, I don't know if they will ever bring this Frieza back out. I think, I think the reason they got rid of him is because he's an SSR that Dokkan awakens into an SSR, and maybe it sort of messes with some code or something like that, so they're like, rather than give him a TUR awakening, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense, they're like, we'll just get rid of this unit, right? And that's basically what they decided to do. But, like, if he ever could get, like, a TUR awakening, he certainly could be good. The thing is, though, we do have a lot of Final Form Friezas, and Final Form Friezas from NAMEK are now in Dokkan, although we could always get more, because he's such an iconic character. Honestly, like, if you think of villain in Dragon Ball, I think, like, you know, this image is probably what a lot of people would think of first. Like, Dragon Ball villain. This pose of Frieza is the one I think a lot of people would think of. Broly is definitely very popular. Cell is very popular. I don't think Boo is in a discussion. I don't really... Like, Goku Black, another super popular villain, but, like, Goku Black is not, like a character who's been around for, you know, over 30 years, like this Frieza has been, right? So, alright, let's go ahead and see what we get right here. Again, we'll just get a couple of attack sets with this guy. Again, there's not really too much to talk about and stuff like that. He's just a very, 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 very old unit that you no longer can even get. So, I did want to sort of take a look at him and see what he looks like at level 10 links. Again, I don't really grind characters that are only SSRs to, like, level 10 links or anything like that, because, you know, if you grind an SSR to full level 10 links and then they get a Dokkan Awakening, then you basically have to grind the character up to level 10 links a second time. Because it's like me and Gresh always laugh about, right? You don't hit the halfway point of link leveling a character until they only have, you know, one level 9 link to go before they're done. That's the halfway point right there. So, you know, I don't want to have to go through that again. Like, you know, imagine, like, like if you, like, link leveled, like, I don't know, like one of the Heroes units, like the Xenoverse, like the base form Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta, or like the Super Saiyan 4, like Super Saiyan 4 Gohan or Super Saiyan 4 Bardock or something like that. You know, I'm sure Super Saiyan 4 Gohan and Bardock, when they Dokkan Awaken, they'll probably just get Fierce Battle added to their link set, and that's it. So if you link level them to link level 10 now, they'll get their Dokkan Awakening, and you'll have 6 level 10 links, and then 1 link that's level 1, right? That would be a nightmare, and I'm just not really interested in dealing with those shenanigans. That's why I typically don't link level any SSR characters. Now, this Angel Frieza right here also shares all 5 links right here. You know, we have, you know, all of the links set activated right here. You know, Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Strongest Clan in Space, and Nightmare. The other 2 links this guy has is Fierce Battle and Tournament of Power. Okay, so I guess we'll just get this last rotation right here, and then we'll finish up. Again, this Frieza, if he would get an awakening to TUR somehow, I don't know if it'd be a Golden Frieza or if they would revert it back to, like, NAMEK Frieza or what, but he definitely could be decent. I mean, again, a character that is actually over 6 years old, and he's still able to hit over a 1 million attack set. Like, I remember, you know, Rhyme and D Free joking back in the day, oh, Dokkan's gonna be crazy once a 1 million attack set is garbage. It's like, well, we've reached that point. Because a 1 million attack stat is certainly not an impressive number. Oh, that is for damn sure. So, let me know what you guys think of the Tech Final Form Frieza. Again, I mean, considering he's 6 years old, I feel like the stats and stuff we saw from him were okay. Certainly not anything great, but not like absolute complete garbage fodder trash. But that's just the power of the Link level update, right? And how it powered up many of these really strong links that this Frieza's got. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.